Before we go on into the video, if you guys want to win a copy of FIFA 18 on any console of your choice, all you need to do is leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Do those three things, that'll enter you into the giveaway. I'll be contacting the winner in a month's time. Best of luck, and let's go on into the video. Hey guys, Ethan here, and today I'm going to show you guys all of the best investments that you can pick up to be able to make yourself a load of profit when the Futties SBCs come out in around a week's time. You guys can see on screen right now, it says in 7 days. However, when you're watching this video, it could be maybe in 6, maybe 5 days, obviously less. But the earlier you're watching this video, the better, because these cards are going to go up in price. So the earlier you can pick them up and invest, the more coins you'll be able to make. But as you guys can see right here, it says Footies starts in 7 days, end of an era premium SBCs, Footies voting SBCs, marquee transfers, and much more. And you can see there's 3 different cards there. There's the Footies card, the Footies winner card, and the premium SBC card. So we're going to be seeing a lot of SBCs come out very, very soon, and there's a lot of good investments to go and get for those. But if you guys do actually want to see a video going into a lot more depth on those SBCs, the players we could see for completing them, and also maybe the requirements we could potentially see for them as well, and lots more detailed information about the SBCs, I have actually done a video on that. I'll leave an annotation in the top right corner of the video. It should be out around a similar time to this one, so if you don't want to see a much more detailed video on the actual SBCs, go and check that one out. In this video here though, we're going to be covering the investments. So with the 84 plus team of the week tradable and untradable SBCs, in addition to the team of the season SBCs as well that we've had over the past couple of weeks on Ultimate Team, a lot of the lower rated cards that a lot of people would normally invest in for SBCs, the 83s, the 84s, and the 85s, have already gone up in price and they're heavily inflated, so I would not recommend investing in those. And also these squad challenges, a lot of them are going to be for premium SBC cards, and if you look back to Foot Birthday when we had El Shaarawy, David Luiz, and Torres with the premium throwback SBCs, those required a very, very high rated team with a lot of high rated special cards. You needed 87s, 88s, 89s, even 90 rated informs, and you needed a lot of high rated gold cards as well. And those cards went up massively in price, and I expect the same to happen for the Footies SBCs. They're premium SBCs, they're not going to be cheap, they're going to need high rated teams with a lot of special cards. So that's where we're going to be putting our coins for investing. So there's not too many low budget investments to get, but even if you only have like 50 to 100k, there's still lots that you can go and get. We're going to be covering special cards and also just high rated cards in general. So starting off with the special cards, I would recommend getting a couple of most of the different types of special cards with some cheap high rated versions. So David Villa, he's an 87 rated inform, you can get him for just over 20,000 coins. He's a good one to get. We've got Bastos. You can get an 87 rated Bastos for around 19k, which is very, very cheap. You could easily see something like this rising to 25, 30,000 coins or more, and that's going to be making around 10,000 coins on these cards. We've got Rajoni. He's a really good one to get because he's about 12k. You can even get him cheap right now. You can get him for about 11k if you look on the market on bid. He's in the current team of the week, very, very cheap, and for an 84 rated inform, I mean 11 to 12k is just so cheap, and he's very, very likely to rise up to around 15, 16k within the next couple of days. Also, we've got the Foot Birthday cards. Now, something with Foot Birthday cards, which I think is definitely worth noting, is there's actually a daily knockout tournament in a couple of days. It coincides with Footies, where if you win it, you get a guaranteed Foot Birthday card in a pack. Now with EA releasing that, I think that means we may end up needing Foot Birthday cards to complete the SBCs we're going to see. Maybe we'll need 1 or 2 specific Foot Birthday cards in your team with a certain rating and chemistry to be able to get a player. Now the reason I say that is because why else would EA just randomly put a guaranteed Foot Birthday card pack into a daily knockout tournament? It doesn't really make sense because no one's really going to want to go and get those cards unless they're needed for an SBC. So I definitely do think we are going to need Foot Birthday cards for SBC. So Sirigu is a great one to get. 85 rated, and you can get him for under 15k. I've gone and got about 5 of him. I've got some more on my transfer list. He's a really, really good one to go and get. And also Adrian Ramos, he's a really good cheap one. You can go and get people like Darren Bent and Agbonlahor as well, who are around disc guy price. They're about 11k or so. Very, very cheap and no risk investments there. Next up, we've got one to watch cards. Jovetic is a great one because for about 14k you can get an 84 rated one to watch card who's just not going to drop down in price anymore, just because this is actually an inform card. His normal card, I believe, is an 81. He's had an inform with this 84 rated card here, so you're basically getting an inform, but it's a one to watch card here for 14k. He's not going to drop down anymore in price, and if you do need one to watch cards, he's quite high rated. He's a decent one to get. You've also got people like Payet, who's even higher rated and is still only about 18 or 19k. And then there's a very cheap one. You've got quite a few people. Saponara is a decent one. You've got a lot that are around 11,000 coins. Some of them are even cheaper. John Stones is very cheap as well. So if you just get a complete discard price one and then a slightly higher rated version for a lot of these cards, for example with the FUT birthday cards, with the one to watch cards, also for example with these Movember cards there, you've got people like Ledley who you can get for around 10,000 coins. Sometimes you can get them for like 9.5k on bid, which is what they discard for. But with these Movember cards, I really would recommend trying to get a couple of higher rated ones. Barzagli is a great one, 23k, and he's already got a good card. He's not really going to drop down in price just because he gets a boost in physical with the Movember card. That's the only thing that does get boosted is the physical. So this is still a desirable card for people to go and buy. It's not going to drop down in price, and it's an 87 rated special card. And I expect EA will probably put a cap on a certain number of special cards in your team. So for example, if you need to complete an SBC, it's going to say that you need at least 8 special cards. Not specifically informs, not specifically man of the matches, just 8 special cards. That's what we had for the last premium SBCs, and people like Barzagli were really useful. And something else to note is Barzagli is Italian and plays for Juventus, and for a lot of these teams you need a good amount of chemistry. You needed 40 chemistry, and with high rated players it's quite hard to get that chemistry whilst keeping the team cheap. We saw that with the FUT birthday SBCs with the premium SBC cards like El Shaarawy and David Luiz, and Barzagli was a good one there. And there's so many other high rated cards who play for Juventus, high rated special cards. He's a really good one to go and get. And then Luis Gustavo, you can get him for around 13k for an 84 Movember card, a decent one there. Next up we've got these team of the group stage cards. Dendoncker, 86 rated special card, 15k, you can't go wrong with him. And then Malo, slightly lower rated, but he's about 13k for an 85, which is not too bad there. Man of the match cards, you've got Asensio right here, he's 14k. You've also got people like Abubakar and lots of other ones, and we haven't actually needed any man of the match cards in the past for SBCs. We've needed in the past team of the group stage cards, Movember cards, one to watches, informs. We haven't yet needed man of the match cards or the FUT birthday cards. They're the only ones we haven't needed yet. Now, those are the special cards covered. I would recommend going and getting 1 or 2 of the higher rated cheap cards, and then a couple of very, very cheap discard price ones that you can get for no risk investment. So they're the ones I'm going to be getting. I've got more on my transfer list as well. Bastos is a great one, high rated inform, so would recommend getting him. Dendoncker is good, Barzagli is good. There's loads of good ones there. And next up, you've also got all of the high rated gold cards as well. I really would recommend getting these. Now, some of these cards go up massively in price when SBCs come out. I would recommend getting the cheapest 88s, 89s, the odd 87 as well. You can get 86s if you want. And there's some even higher rated cards. You can get the cheapest 90s and 89s if you want as well on the market, because someone like Buffon, he's 16k right now. Buffon could easily rise to about 30k if there's a high rating requirement. For example, El Shaarawy SBC, the Torres SBC, the David Luiz SBC, they needed players like Buffon, Cech, Lloris, the high rated cards like this, and they went to about 30,000 coins. So, and right now you can get them for about half of that, and they're just going to go up massively in price. I believe before FUT birthday these cards were going for about 13k for a lot of them, for the cheapest 88s, people like Godin and Buffon. And they more than doubled in price, so people investing in those would make loads and loads of profits. What you're looking for is just the cheapest 88s, 87s, 89s, etc, etc, just the high rated gold cards. Buffon's a good one, he is 16,000 coins. We've got Lloris, he's a good one there, 16.5k. All these cards are easy to link together as well because they play for good teams in good leagues. Bonucci there, 87, he's really useful as he gets that hyperlink to Barzagli and Chiellini, and Buffon's are really useful for chemistry. We've got Pepe, he's quite a cheap one there, under 20k for an 88 rated card. Petr Cech, he's another one there, 16.5k. Philipp Lahm's a good one. Also, we could potentially see Philipp Lahm needed for an SBC to maybe get an end of an era premium SBC Philipp Lahm card, because there are going to be end of the era SBCs and Lahm is going to be retiring. Ozil is one of the cheapest 89s there at 21,000 coins, very, very cheap there. I believe the cheapest 89 is the upgraded Gonzalo Higuain. You can get him for about 19k, so he's a good one to go and get. David Silva's a good one, Spanish, plays in a good league for a good team, so easy to get links to. And you've got lots of people like Busquets as well, and loads of 86s and 87s. You've got people like Leno, Fabregas, Cazorla, and lots of other ones. We've also got Modric. He's one of the cheapest 89s. I believe he's the 3rd cheapest, behind Ozil and Higuain. He's like 22, 23k. And then also Cruz, he's another good one. He plays for a good team in a good league. He's got a good nation as well. He's going to be easy to link together, and he's an 88 red card. So that's what you're looking for: high rated gold cards, high rated special cards that you can get pretty cheaply. That's all you want to do. Go and get as many of these cards as you can. If you don't have too many coins, I would recommend going and trying to get just people like Dendoncker, the high rated special cards you can get very cheap. People like Dendoncker, people like Sirigu, he's a great one there. Bastos, he's such a good investment. Go and get people over Joni as well. And then go and get just a couple of these higher rated cards. Get the cheapest 88s you can find. So Czech, Buffon and Lloris, I believe, are the 3 cheapest. And just get some high rated cards like that and try and get as many as you can. Send them to your transfer list and you should be able to make some good profit. Now, as always with investing, do it at your own risk. These cards could go down in price. They're very, very unlikely to. They're almost guaranteed to be needed for SBCs. Just because they're premium SBCs, they're going to need high rating requirements and special cards. They're going to need that because they're premium SBCs and they are going to be very expensive to complete. So that's why you are most likely going to need these cards, and that's why they're going to go up in price. So hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.